Hi, so this is a short video um, on power and money. Just been talking to someone about um, uh, about people that have that are in a fortunate position and start to acquire money, start to acquire um, profit from their business or whatever it is, or get promoted in their job, and about having or have power and an increase in power through their job, for example. And I just think it's really beautiful. So I felt to record um, something about it, about that, because it seems in this, well, maybe um, globally, really, it seems as if acquiring the money, acquiring the power, um, is really held to be something worth fighting for, something worth stressing about, something worth working towards. It's really held in a high position, having money and power. And of course, having money and power is not a bad thing. It can be, there are positives to all things. So there's positive aspects to having money. You can do more. You can even help more. You can travel. You can do all these different things. So there's positives to having money and power. But I think normally these things are looked at as idolized things, because we believe that in acquiring this money, in acquiring this power, then it will be our happiness, it will be fulfilling, it will take away our feeling of inadequacy or not enough, our feelings of discomfort, our feelings of agitation will be solved by having money and power. And that's something that's um, deeply embedded in our unconscious, in our systems, our societies, the way we do all things, the way we do schools, about success in the future, about making it. All these aspects of our life are around reaching this future point of making it, having the money, having the power. And it's quite funny how it really, as this awakening, as this is looked into, what awakening is, as it's looked into, that the nature of reality, the nature of life, how life seemingly is functioning and appearing, what we are. It's like it's quite funny, quite comical how we believe so much in that, where it's so not true. Like, you can have all the money, all the power, and there's no escaping this moment. So no matter how much money you have, no matter how successful you are, there's no escaping of this moment. And that's really, if that's heard, so we've heard of stories of like rich people, rich movie stars, rich singers, musicians, who have the money, have the success, have levels of power. We hear of how miserable they are, how depressed they are, how suicidal for some people they are, because they've achieved what they've been told is the biggest thing to have. And then there's still this moment, there's still this sense of agitation, of not enough, this intense feeling um, of limitation. So although they can maybe pay for and buy expansion, they can buy a plane, they can buy islands and stuff. So expansion, they can go into space maybe, you know, at some point in the future. But there's still this sense of limitation, of being limited, and the uncomfortability that comes with that sense of being limited to a body, to a form, to an idea, to a contraction. So yeah, I mean, how beautiful is that? It doesn't mean the body won't still move towards success or move towards money and power, but there wouldn't possibly be a deep seeking for it, a deep energetic belief that having those things, acquiring those things, are going to give you something better than this moment. That there's possibility of any form fulfilling you, any experience fulfilling you, that would not be, that will be seen through the illusion of that. So in that I feel real why I like that is because it's speaking of equality. It's speaking of, it's not about who has the most qualifications or experience, or who's good enough, who's clever enough, I don't know, who's born into certain families or whatever. It's not about who the body is on the human level. This is equality beyond that, because no matter what you have, it doesn't fulfill you. I mean, there's such a beautifulness in that. It's such a beautifulness in that. Like going beyond form. Of course, yes, how pleasurable to have the mansion or have the money in the bank. How comforting, how pleasurable. But what you are is beyond pleasure. The peace, the joy of what you are is beyond all pleasures. Okay, kids are coming. I turn off.